Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. We have a great session kind of thought about in the back of our minds. We have Royce being played by E-Man
Hello.
and Zion being played by Batdog.
Hello.
We last left our adventures. Royce had made some amazing discoveries based upon his incredible roll of 20. So he can just murder all the things now. Love those 20s. And they are on their way back to Politz to talk to the Magister. And of course, Zion, before he gets there, whispers homicide.
Simon doesn't say anything.
His patented
Oh my goodness, why am I here?
catchphrase. You don't like that as your catchphrase?
No, I don't actually.
Oh.
Come to think of it, I don't want to be here.
Hyrule wants you to be here. Look at that. He's supporting you.
That's great. That's great.
Thanks.
Great, we have a supporter. Fantastic.
And
Supporter. Because that changes things.
it does.
Yeah, so much.
You gotta always please the fans. So that's your new catchphrase, whether you like it or not.
Why is it plural? Why is it plural? And why is there even fan? I don't believe it.
Why are you here, Harold? Why are you here?
To watch,
He loves it here. He's here because he wants to be.
to watch the
Alright.
fan.
So you're on your way back to Magister Applin.
Mm-hmm. Do you miss Noctis at all?
I mean, out of character, yeah. Just give me something to do.
I know that.
But I mean, not really. I didn't have him for that long. All things considered.
Oh yeah, you had him for like, I don't know, for like the first half of our adventure.
Dun 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 dun.
Every party needs a. What is it?
The guards
an
nod
animal.
as you pass by.
An animal.
I am running.
Kind of animal.
We're only indifferent because our faith in the world has been beaten out of us.
What I just
I don't know.
out of path to just close the door.
That's your own decisions. So
Oh,
There's Iam's
you have
decision.
strange words. I always take the far stairway. I don't know why.
Yeah, I always do that too, but nice auto paths.
Burst through the door. Woo!
oh hello. Greetings. So any progress? Sort of shuffling
sorry.
papers and putting them inside of
1
his.
second. Knock, knock.
Hello again.
Hey.
He looks very confused. So, any progress?
Yeah, developed a pathogen that killed all of our, well, it damages all of our samples that we have.
That's excellent news. That's actually excellent news.
Yeah.
You don't seem very excited, though.
I mean, whatever.
I mean, this could save the world.
I don't know. No, never mind. Yeah, you're right, man. Woo. Yeah, you're right. So, yeah. I came in here full of energy. I heard you talk, now it's gone. What was I? had a plan and everything. What's after? Help.
Is it about the thing?
Did you do the thing?
I did the thing. The
It-
thing has been made. I left the doctor you put there with detailed instructions. Let me see how it gets on.
Excellent.
Now it's better for him to try it himself once, and then I'll guide him through it if he messes up.
Has he been a big help?
That's a difficult question to answer.
Do you think
not?
he's
No.
worth the money I'm paying him?
How
Definitely
much
not.
are you paying him?
I'm paying him a fairly large amount of sum. He's a
I'm comparing paychecks here. How much are you paying him?
I'm paying him 8 million gold.
I see. I need an advance of 3 million.
Is that just an instance thing, or is that like every week?
Now, right now, he's just on retention.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna need an advance of 3 million gold.
Okay.
All right. So what's gonna have to be done? So what stage are we at right now? You found a way to destroy these things.
I don't know, man. I just found out my coworkers making more money than me. I'm kind of upset.
You're upset about how much you're getting paid versus him?
Yeah.
Why are you upset about that? He practically lives there.
Okay.
Qualify more money.
What is that? How does that help his case? What did you say?
He lives there, you know.
Are you going to be going to the to help him?
Huh?
What?
Because he lives there? Help him?
No. No. If once this is all completed, are you going to go help him?
No.
Like, okay.
So you're saying his life is only worth 3 million then?
I'm saying that's the retention. So this is part of the deal that me and him made. He's going to be presumably the one to take your place, so you don't have to go over there. You made it quite clear. You don't want to.
I could go home. That's also something I can do.
I mean, it is the money they agreed on. I mean, none of our business.
Who are you?
I'm someone who's put barely any work into this.
Whatever. Okay, here are the facts. I created a pathogen that can destroy these things. It works. It's not magical. I guess the good news is it works on them and afflicts them. If used the right way, you can make them explode. If used a different way, you can make them weaker so they just aren't a threat. And my companion here made a good point of total eradication instantly. It's not really is that totally necessary right now? Because that require a lot more work than just weakening them and making them not a threat, so you can just kill them at your leisure.
Well, what stage is it at right now?
One will kill everything. The other one will just weaken them, and you can just kill the corrupted. Either you salt the earth, or you just want the corrupted, but you have to do the killing manually.
How long will it take to distribute each and kill all of them? And how long will it be effective?
As long as they can't absorb more magic, then it's effective. Like the weakening is effective. Just as long as they don't get the chance to absorb more magic, then you have to administer it again. Distribution methods depends on the first method. Like if you just want, because there's like we can affect one, throw them back in there, and they become the catalyst that slowly spreads the pathogen to other things, and that's the weakening method. The explosion one, that's salt in the earth. That's yeah.
But if they have magic, which it would be almost impossible to remove them from, magic. You're saying that if they're weakened and they just absorb magic, they're just back to normal again.
Not necessarily. I mean, that is a possibility. There's a lot of depends on this thing. If you're looking for 100% clear, this is going to work, you're never going to get that.
Well, either way, how do we? Because I'm sure that distribution. How do we distribute it? How do we get enough? Because we're talking about a very, very large area here. I mean, how do we spread this enough to where it...
I forgot the word for it.
What does it do?
Remember 4 or 5 years ago, it was the word people kept using to like get people to stop going places. Like the word that meant infection of like when you infect one person, that person infects another person, and spreads. I forgot what they. No, it was that. What was something?
Social distancing.
It was a term. No, it was a term used to. Don't worry about it.
In game?
No.
Yeah, he was talking about something outside of game. I'm trying to. I don't. Contagious, airborne.
Yeah, but it was a term. Don't worry about it. But you know what I mean. Yeah, the method of
super spreader.
Yeah, the method of using basically a super spreader. We infect one, and that one is the catalyst that infects the others, and it spreads and spreads. Because first of all, describe the area to me. Like, is it a congregation of them, or is it like, is there like a front line versus a front line? Are you sending soldiers into the zone and they're rooting them out? How does it?
He pulls up a map. So as you can see, this area, the Mage Kingdom, that's where they're mainly at right now. There is a large force between the Mage Kingdom and the guild of guild members. They're trying to keep them back. However, they are attacking the people inside, creating more of these things. But the Enchanted Marsh is very infested. I would say that's one of the primary infestations. But yeah, it's spreading pretty bad all throughout there. So it's a fairly large tract of land. We're talking like it would take a very long time to even get to that point. And if they break through the barrier that the guild's providing us and start spreading to outside of that and get into more populations, we're done. It'd just be like, because that's basically just an infected, because they're just infecting new people at that point in time. It's not infecting everybody, but it has an effect on enough people that, and people can't use magic against them. They're almost fully resistant against magic. They just absorb it. People don't know how to really fight without using magic. So it's just been a very, very hard uphill battle at this point in time.
All right, so we have options then. We can do liquid spreading, which is more for surgical strikes, traps. It's precise, but it requires you getting into contact with them. There's the gas method, which is, can do some good aerial denial. It's widespread, but it can drift and hit innocents if we go with, the more violent option. There's a solid method, which is just long-term traps and bait. I mean, they're easy to store, easy to carry around, but it's harder to activate because you need somebody to activate them. And there's also the living carrier, which we discussed, which is a self-spreading super spreader, but that's unpredictable.
How do we infect the whole entire
My
continent?
guy, you're asking the impossible. This is a large area of land, and you're asking. I know you're asking for a miracle, but miracles don't exist.
Can you show on the map? I want a better visual on it. All right, so
We are in a little town. This is the whole purple zone.
Oh,
wait. It's it's everywhere in the Mage Kingdom, or is it just in a little spot?
basically, the whole entire Mage Kingdom at this point in time is.
Is it? I haven't seen anything like that. It's everywhere. They're everywhere.
Most of the corrupted were in those places. So what happened is the corrupted started taking over the towns. Because the Mage Kingdom was the main people who had the corrupted under control or whatever, and so they all of a sudden just went. They went crazy a few weeks ago. And before that, they had been slowly taking over, like a couple months ago, the governments. It's like they almost became different people, and they just kind of all collaborated together and were able to take over towns, cities, huge, yeah. And then they just kind of started turning and went crazy and started infecting others and just started spreading like wildfire. So now this whole area is basically corrupted.
Ah, that's great. Because I was thinking, just up a wall.
Build a wall.
You build a wall, right? But you put the pathogens or whatever that prevents them, and weakens them on the wall, and so they can't destroy the wall if they're weakened. So it's just it just contains them, and then we evacuate everyone from the Mage Kingdom, and then just when we're done with the demon war and everything, then we can focus on the corrupted, and then we just slowly breach in with all the concoction that Royce made. Because we just need a bit for the wars to finish.
How long do you think it would take us to build a wall? Because it takes.
You tell me, man.
It takes
I'm sure there's magic items that can, because the dungeons and stuff can fabricate
right, but they're magic, which they absorb, so it'd be counterproductive. You'd have to build physical walls. That's labor intensive, and doing it
they won't be able to
while they're
absorb magic
attacking.
They won't be able to absorb the magic if they're weakened. And if they get near the wall, then they're weakened, so they can't absorb it.
I just don't think we have enough time. I mean, I feel like that would take,
so
many months.
Something a lot more drastic. You want something a lot more.
Well, we have. I don't want to say it.
Can you stop? Can you drop the map?
Is there anything that we could, like you said, something where we could contaminate as much as we can? I mean, what would be the best solution for contaminating as much as we can on a very large scale?
That's a fascinating question you've asked of me, Mr. Manchester, head of a town. Question. I'm sure I can answer. You know what I can do, what I can't do. Be asking me to This is hundreds of square miles. You're asking me to do this. Do you know the feats in which you ask for, Mr. Magister?
Yes.
I have a few ideas.
Yes, I do.
Ideas.
See, there we go. He's got a few ideas. All right, let's hear them.
Go on, son.
An idea is to create a invasive plant that
Right.
can dispense these chemicals.
Okay. A fast-growing plant. Let's see.
Yeah.
How long would it take to make another one of these plants from one?
What do you mean by that?
Well, if we're assuming that one makes one, and then that now you
Another
have
makes
two,
another.
and then you have two, and then that makes two, and you keep going. But how long does it take for that next one to come to fruition? And it can't be magic, mind you, because otherwise they just...
Yeah, I know.
So it has to be something physical. So we're at the limitations of physical plant reproduction. That still seems like a very... I mean, it would be good if this was like maybe 6 months ago and we started this, but they're about to break through the guild. The guild can't keep holding these creatures back.
I see. Can we just like disconnect this this part of the world, you know? Push it off to the sea.
What do you mean disconnect it?
You know, just like break the land. You know. Push it off into the oceans.
Like a wall? Like a barrier, maybe?
These creatures used to be people, right?
Yes, they used to be people, correct. But they are no longer. They are mad, just looking to feast on anything magical. And the sad part is the Mage Kingdom had probably our most strongest magics. But we have to figure out a way to disseminate this in some way where it can spread very quickly. I mean, there's a lot of water in the Mage Kingdom. That's what I'm saying. Is there some way to get it in the water supply? Is your pathogen water soluble?
Is that enough? Because we thought about this, but like the water, you know, it's great and all, but it's not everywhere. It's not like it's gonna be a fix, you know, all our problem, because it's not all connected. So first of all, you'd have to go to every single lake.
Okay, we know that magicians can make it rain. That rain's not magical, right?
Magicians?
Yeah, mages.
I don't know, man. Apparently, if I conjure a brick wall, it's magical. So you tell me if the rain's magical.
I mean,
it depends on the method. Are you just creating water out of thin air, or are you actually causing the clouds to come together?
How does the rain spell work?
I'm not sure. I've never messed with a rain spell.
Technically, you could just like evaporate the ocean next to it and then try to get all that water to spill out into the land.
That's true. Could we make it so that it causes rain by heating up the ocean, creating a lot of evaporation? Would your pathogen survive that?
I can make clouds of pathogens. I can make rain cloud. I can make pathogen rain myself. So I assume it works on the same principle.
Are your cloud pathogens actual like conjured rain, or are they like basically the actual legitimate rain?
I can't remember what I said yesterday. I think I went over this with Baron, right?
He did, yeah.
Didn't I can't remember what I said.
It's not conjured.
I use science and my understanding of you know how water evaporates, and it
I just
goes.
assumed if you got like a water balloon and you just threw it up there and they just shot it. Just all
No,
right.
Is that actually what you do?
No, it's not. It's not conjured. It's an actual isolated weather system. Sure.
If we can, if we have any flight, because I can summon a dragon, but not for long.
You can summon a dragon? That's
It's-
impressive.
Yeah, sure. So if we can have some sort of flight, yeah, if we can equip multiple people with flight, in, because they can't. I don't think the corrupted can fly or eat out through the sky like very.
I don't think they can either. They're mostly ground creatures.
Is there any flight in your world, DM? Are hot air balloons a thing?
No, there's no real there's no real flight. The only thing that flies is creatures. So
Really? So
Mhm.
hot air. That's not a thing. All right. People haven't discovered that yet. All right.
Maybe somebody has, but it's knowledge doesn't like proliferate like it does in our society. It's more of
Does it not?
no. You have like sections that might have more. You have you have sections that are more because people are very guarded about what they learn and what
Are they guarded? Because they seem very vocal about what they learn.
Mm.
There's aliens in our neighborhood.
I'll tell you, look what we can do. We can strap time charges to carrier pigeons, right? And we throw them over the kingdom and we make them explode. They ain't going to the clouds.
That actually sounds amazing. Are we doing this? Because let's do it. Let's go with that one.
Aren't demons like really good at like creating mists and stuff like that? And or is that just the thing that you saw, Zion? It wasn't a real thing.
Huh? What do you mean?
Like the haze you saw over this place when we first got here.
Oh yeah, that's magical though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Think about that. Like demons and stuff. Like you can conjure portals, right? Why not just conjure like a huge portal of
Yeah, why don't
delivery?
A huge portal. What do you mean?
A portal.
Just put a huge proto over the land, rain it down.
Huge portal over the land and rain it down.
Mhm.
About mini portals. What if we did
Mhm.
mini portals, created enough stuff, and maybe a portal that kept moving, like basically just it didn't have it just had like different destinations, so it just for just a few seconds just stopped and then just do
everywhere.
yeah.
Yeah, depends on the range of which you can cast. Somebody can be outside the kingdom, constantly producing this stuff, putting into a mist, and you just put the portal everywhere, and the mist slowly trickles down to over the whole kingdom.
That might work.
I still favor the carrier pigeons, though.
Do you think that would be better?
You tell me, man. I don't know your carrier pigeon situation.
I'll tell you. Pigeons. I don't believe in them. I think the leisure government made them.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. They're not real. What is happening?
Conspiracy.
They're all big cameras.
Stop you, Dave.
Every,
You stop me.
that's not everybody. They're all cameras. They've always been cameras from the beginning, from the very beginning, back in the dark ages. Cameras. Just, they're there to watch us. Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
I
do you
mean,
think
there's-
you have enough magic to create a bunch of portals like that?
It would take a lot of magic. It would be very bad for us, but it'd be very bad for us if they broke out of the Magic Kingdom. It would pretty much be the end of everything. So we'd do what we need to, but I just need to know what would be best to disseminate this your pathogen.
Do we have weather mages? Is that a thing? Mages who can manipulate the weather? Have you ever heard of that? Is that a thing? No. Okay.
I mean, I've heard of people, creating brainstorms and just but I don't know how it specifically works. That's not my forte. We'd have to find someone and figure something out like that if that's the route you want to go.
I'm giving you options and you tell me what you want to do. Okay? Because I have no idea the scale, the capabilities, or any of the manufacturing capabilities that you people have.
You're the expert. I'm asking you
I'm
about
the expert in making the pathogen.
Yes.
I don't know anything about this area, its environments, the weather in this area, the local.
Then let me ask you
creatures.
questions to find out. So your pathogen, how resilient is it to cold, heat, pressure? Can it be evaporated? Put into a rain cloud?
It can be evaporated. It is not resilient against cold. It's just a regular living pathogen. I mean, it can. If the creatures already have the pathogen, fire won't kill it,
Mhm.
but it's can't survive like heat or cold. It's just like any other thing.
Would it survive being evaporated though into like a cloud and then rain down?
Yeah. I do that constantly myself. Yeah,
Okay.
That's why I asked about the weather people.
All right. So that is a possibility. That is something that we could do. How much do we need to make in order to cover this much of an area? Like, how concentrated can you make it? How do we make it so that it spreads very rapidly? Like basically giving it a lot of whatever it needs to survive and thrive, so it just goes crazy once it hits any type of
Alright,
water or anything.
All right, but then what happens after that? After everything's eradicated, how do you stop it?
What do you mean?
It's not my problem.
That's a problem. That's gonna be a problem.
Why do we need to stop it? Isn't it killing the corrupted?
Yes, but after it kills everything, then what happens?
Well, the corrupted's either dead or weakened, and we just go in there and kill it, or kill the.
Will the
Kill the
virus still
corrupted.
be in there?
I mean, I'd hope so. Otherwise, it
I
won't keep
imagine.
killing the corrupted.
Oh, another variable. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You're right. This is amazing.
It's always something.
All right,
So
so
we have the option of a mist/rain. That's a thing.
mhm.
I don't think poisoning the water supply is going to do anything. I mean, we've had samples in the lab and they haven't eaten or drinking anything. So
Oh, I guess so. Putting it in the water wouldn't really help.
yeah.
I mean, putting the water it's not like it won't do nothing. Like when it gets evaporated and then it rains, it will do something then, right?
It might lose a lot of concentration. Like
Yeah.
unless we fill a lake just with concentrations of the pathogen. And that's the only thing that evaporates, but then that's not really feasible.
Yeah.
Like, the only options we really have to cover this whole area is fog, rain, mist, or anything like that. And
Yeah.
with that, you're gonna need some highly powerful weather mages or rain spells or something like that.
Is there a way to like corrupt magic? When they eat it, then they, you know, explode or something.
I mean, that's one of the options with the living carrier. I mean, if we find, okay, here's the thing, right? There are diseases in this world that are in everyday creatures like birds, things that they live with just fine, right? But when a human, you know, does something or cooks something and they don't prepare it right, they get infected by it. So, what I'm saying is one thing lives with it just fine. When another gets infected with it, they die. So if we can find something that we can make this whole area covered with it, I guess I have to develop something that goes into a magic creature or something that they're fine with living with, but if they get eaten or consumed or absorbed by the corrupted, then it activates. I mean, it's not the hardest thing, but I think then we go back to how to distribute it.
Well, if we can get it in enough creatures, and you can make it to where it activates whenever it's the thing dies or something like that, then that would help spread it. And how does it spread to the creatures, anyways? Like
You make it powerful enough where they can. We can do with the gas. Like they release a fume, and any creatures that are standing next to them, they get infected. And
what about the creatures themselves? Not the corrupted creatures, but because you're talking about like regular magical creatures.
yeah, that's right.
What happens to them?
I mean, right now, if we were to do the method right now without developing, right now anything this thing touches is infected by it, and I haven't tested that specifically. Like the fume method, I don't know if the fumes are dangerous to regular creatures, but I know it's dangerous to the corrupted.
So everything.
Yeah.
Everything. I see. It's not just the corrupted. It's everything.
The corrupted, again, they were like people. Do their bodies not act like a normal person's would anymore? Can we not use the weakness of a person?
They're fairly resilient. These creatures, for whatever reason, cause the person to get stronger as they absorb more magic. So the more magic, and there's a lot of magic. We're talking magic creatures. The magic creatures are insanely strong. The Enchanted Marsh has some of the most strongest creatures besides around the the Demon Kingdom.
Where does that magic go into? Is it inside the creature now?
From what our studies have shown, is that when the creatures absorb it, it makes them multiply. It creates a lot more of these creatures, and they basically pump their host full of energy or some sort of. It's almost like a byproduct of what they're doing.
You said that they get stronger the more they consume.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that magic is still in them.
Well, it's a different type of magic. So
It's still
imagine
magic though, right?
no.
It's not magic anymore.
It's not a magic that okay, so there's it's kind of like a cycle. It's like they consume magic and convert it into another type of magic that's not in this realm. Basically, it's abyss magic, and
Uh huh.
and so that it's a different type of magic.
But why don't the other abyss creatures recognize this and try to consume each other for that
be,
magic?
because it's almost like leftover waste to them. They don't see it as a fuel source. They see it as like the after
Why do they say it like that?
because it is. It's not a fuel source to them. Whereas magic is a fuel source, but the after they've consumed it and transformed it into something else, it's kind of like how can I get a good example? It's kind of like you eat a banana, right?
Uh huh.
You've eaten a banana, and then natural process happens. No one's going to want to eat that banana after the natural process, right? It turns into something completely different until like it goes into the soil. Something else devours that and turns it into another banana. It's basically like a cycle like that. It's
I don't like how
you don't like
you
bananas.
explain that. I don't like how you explain
I
that.
think it pretty much explained exactly what's happening, and you understood it, and there were
It's
bananas
magic
involved.
though. It's not.
It's
It's not.
it's their food. It's what they eat. It's what we
Ah.
eat. It's basically what
Why?
it's
So
how we
they're
survive.
picky eaters. They're picky eaters.
Well, they can't survive off the byproduct. I mean, it's basically no longer edible because it's already gone through the
Ah.
process. Magic has processes to it. It's not
Yeah.
just one thing.
Yeah. Loop. Yeah. All right. I was thinking of a way to cause them to attack each other. You know, maybe simulate magic. The smell of magic, the feeling of magic. Maybe we just coat them in magic and they devour each other.
Or they just devour the thing because it's magic.
What thing?
Whatever you're coating them with, it's if they sense it's magic, then it must be magic, so they just devour it themselves.
You know how.
I'm honestly trying to help you do this so that we can save the world. I think we don't want to die. I think we all want to live. Our offspring.
That's great.
All right, so Royce,
Hello.
how much and how potent, and what I mean by potent is concentrated, can you make this to where we can spread this?
I'm not sure that question makes sense. I mean, I can make it as concentrated as it needs to be.
Okay.
But
What I'm saying is like, if you have unlimited resources to be able to produce a massive amount of this pathogen that's highly concentrated, where just a little bit will create a very large area of infection. What would you need? What resources would you need to do this? And how much could you make let's say in 2 days?
I mean,
Infinite resources.
the methods of making it can be, I mean, without any special techniques, it can be done with, I assume, standard machinery, like in a factory setting. Is that even a thing in this? I don't know. I'm sure I've seen a factory somewhere. Um, I mean, mass production is not a problem. Resources. I mean, I can give you the list of ingredients, and I mean, I am still one man after all.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you had unlimited resources, basically, like, let's say that you needed a bunch of, I don't know, bananas, and that was what caused these pathogens to create more, or for you to get more, or you needed a special herb or something, and you could have infinite amounts of it. Is that something that would allow you to grow these at a very exponential rate and concentrate them enough to be able to disseminate them to a large area like this? And I'm seriously saying infinite resources here, like as much as you need.
Hypothetically, I mean, yeah, if I had infinite, I can produce infinite.
Quickly?
The amount of resources doesn't make the pace increase. That just makes the quantity increase.
All right. Well, how much can you produce in, let's say, 2 days?
If we agreed upon a method of distribution, I can give you a better estimate.
Which would have the greatest success, do you think?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, based
You're
upon
more theory than me.
your, I'm sure you've researched like how to disseminate this kind of stuff. Based upon your
Uh-huh.
research, what would you say would be the best?
You're really trying to get an answer out of me, aren't you? Just trying to really fighting for it.
I'm just trying to find the best way to do this. And
The
you
ways
have
of putting things that we have. We have liquid, we have gas, we have animals, we have just laying out things. Out of all of them, it seems like gas would be very risky because it could spread to other places. Liquid seems pretty reliable, but getting that liquid there is, we only have a few options for that, which would be from the sky, or
Yeah. Let's say hypothetically all of these things are guaranteed success. The one I lean most closely to is the rain method.
all right. Rain method, got you.
I mean, it we could like cause a big earthquake, and all the cracks in the earth.
I was
Cause a
thinking
bunch of
about that because I like my
mm,
quakes, but how would I? How would we concentrate the quake? I mean,
just get
I
a
would love
really
to.
good, really big foot, just a really.
I would love to. I've been working on something like that, but just haven't nailed it down yet. But I would love to cause just a giant quake to happen.
Do you think that that would be a better method than the rain?
I mean,
How about a storm?
we can't go in the air. I mean, none of us can fly, but we can sure go on the ground.
Hmm.
I mean, I can fly.
Can you?
I got dragon.
Uh, just that dragon doesn't even like you, man.
How would
That
that
doesn't
even?
matter. They still listen to me.
Okay.
Wait, the dragon doesn't like you, but it listens to you? That doesn't make any sense. What?
It's forced to listen to me.
Do tell that you have a dragon that's
No,
being
no, I
forced.
don't
Irrelevant.
have to tell.
Irrelevant. Move
I
on.
don't have to tell. The world is at stake, or yada yada. Excuse.
How would a quake disseminate the pathogen?
It has the natural resources in the earth already,
Correct.
and if you can magically imbue those resources and combine them all and release them,
I told you were smart.
I mean, it's things that you've done before. I'm a strategist. This is why you're here.
See, he's yeah. Let's not get into that right now. Um, yeah,
What is there to get into?
I was about to, throw compliments at you.
Okay.
I mean, that is an option because, as you said, the Earth does have way more nutrients and things to gather to make these than the air, obviously.
Yeah. Can we
Um,
have documentation on this place? The Magic Kingdom. It's like is everything. It's geology, whatever.
its size for one.
Yeah. Just
Yes, I can get some of those documentation. I do have some specific documents on things. Where would this quake need to be? I guess where it would have the most maximum effectiveness.
It depends on the. Yeah, I mean, honestly, in the middle.
Hmm.
But because I've never seen a quake that I can like. Anybody seen a quake that you can force in one direction? Is that a thing anybody's seen?
Hmm.
because most of the gas is released. It's going to get distributed everywhere. But if it's a really windy day, it's only going to go in one direction. So if you could maybe open a portal right above the quake and
Yeah,
just blow a bunch of wind through it downwards, it would distribute it everywhere, right?
that's the hope. Has the Mage Kingdom ever been, have a history of earthquakes? Perhaps it's on a certain, geological feature called a, tectonic plate. Ever heard of that? Is that a thing?
It does have earthquakes sometimes. Yes, it also has magic ley lines that run throughout the entire Mage Kingdom.
All right, lore
My
check. Have I ever heard of magic ley lines before?
no, you haven't.
Okay, what is a magic ley line, Magic Chaplain?
So it's one of the things that the demons use for their dungeons. It's how we transfer magic power from
Of course.
dungeon. Yes, from dungeon to where we need it to go.
Okay, so when you say magic ley lines are running through it, what does that mean?
It has so the Mage Kingdom has a very large amount of magic ley lines because there's a lot of dungeons there. Um, that's basically one of the reasons why there's so many magic creatures. This was one of our first seeding grounds that we had, and so we placed a lot of dungeons. So it's a very magical place. A lot of ley lines, and because of this, that's one of the reasons why the Magic Kingdom has been able to thrive so well, and they have some of the most abundance of magical items due to this.
All right.
Uh,
So you use these to seed dungeons, places.
We
Have you
used
ever done anything else with them?
we've used them to transport things. We could use them to transport large amounts of things through them, but it's mainly used to transport magic through them. So if one of these creatures ever did hit one of those cracks, it'd be pretty devastating because they would absorb a very, very large. We're talking like a large amount of magic here. Um, so yes, it definitely would be very bad. There's not as many throughout the whole entire rest of the kingdom, but the Magic Kingdom, I would say, has probably 30%, if not more, of the entirety of the ley lines that run everywhere.
I'm thinking about the corrupted, right? They can't live in our realm. Are these the same corrupted that can't live in our realm
Correct. Yes.
without dying?
Mm-hmm. Without an anchor, and that's originally what we wanted you to go destroy was their anchor, so that this would.
Oh no! I just got a memory. Wait, are you the Oh,
Careful.
you're a demon, yeah, Applin?
Yes. You knew this already?
Yeah. I remember a demon coming to me after, we woke up. I can't remember. It didn't have an affiliation. It gave me a necklace, and that allowed me to decipher speech of demonics, and it gave me a ring. It gave me 2 rings, and one of them was, it told me to go to a place to destroy an anchor.
Yes. That would be the most beneficial to demon kind.
Yeah.
yeah.
That wasn't you or your faction, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
That did that? Okay. Yeah. I'm guessing that's what the. Well, those rings are gone.
It's most unfortunate. I probably could have found out what demon created them. Do you have any items? And I could probably use some sort of.
No, it's all gone.
I see. It's most unfortunate.
All right, this anchor.
Yes, that was originally what I wanted you to do, but that plan's kind of out the window now. Is go find the anchor. In fact, it would have been a lot more simple to just go find the anchor, destroy it, and then just kill all of the corrupted at once, and we don't have to ever worry about this again. But here we are, plotting the destruction of all the corrupted at once with all of these pathogens and everything. But what would it take to make a quake the size that you're talking?
I mean, just pure ability.
A lot of magic.
Mm.
Can we just put like tons of magic into Royce? Just pump them full?
I mean,
iron kick.
Technically, we could hook him up to the magic ley lines and transfer all of the magic to him at one time, and he would have all of that power flowing through him, and he could, in essence.
I don't know if you want to give him that much power. He might just quake the entire world.
I don't think he would do that.
You haven't.
Not
this
on purpose.
Guy.
See, he wouldn't do it on purpose. Maybe on accident, but not on purpose. It is feasible to do.
What facial expression does he have on him right now?
A large smile.
Okay.
See?
Okay, I don't trust this guy.
If we did that, if we,
right, with the anchor, what if I were try to, because I'm kind of connected to the corruption in a way.
Are you?
If I try to tap into the corruption, because it's like a hive mind, the corrupted. Can you take the map out of here?
You don't like staring at it?
It's great viewing.
There you go.
Nothing changed.
Did it not?
No.
Oh, there it goes.
Freedom!
Pause now. But
I can't think unless I'm moving the screen.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
I can move my camera.
Yeah. My camera just going along the square of the guardrails in the middle chamber.
I could attempt to contact the corruption, see if I can. I've been refraining, because I've been afraid of the corruption, but I could try tapping into that potential and that hive mind.
That does sound very scary, but if you want to give it a try.
Zion is attempting.
Go over here.
Zion is What's the word? What's the word? Meditate? No. Maybe. Brood. He's brooding.
Okay, brooding.
He tends to go to the quilt, the weave, the shadow weave.
All right. You can't go there. It's completely gone. You have no connection to it whatsoever.
That's fine. That's great. That's great. So I was gonna attempt to cast a shadow form on himself.
All right. You see your creature's small infant-like hand reach out from Ziam's shadow and give him the power to cast shadow form. All right.
Why are you both backed up?
I don't want to be transported into another realm again.
Your necromancy's showing.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right.
Your book.
I mean, instead of doing the ley line thing for the quake, can we do the ley line thing for the rain? I have actual practice with that, and weather can be, directional. Cloud, we just find a day where the
Would that work? Would it work if because I know that if we hooked you up with the ley lines, then what are you doing?
He just points at you.
Are you laughing at me? This thing's laughing at me, Applin. Look at it.
Did you really summon this?
I did.
Okay, this is great.
Can we even cast magic in here?
You when you cast it, it immediately just dissipates. It's almost like something absorbed it in the room. Applin stares at you. All right.
I almost killed him with a smoke bomb. I'll do it again.
So, anyways, he says, well, I can understand with the ley lines, you would be able to send out your magic power and cause a great disturbance and basically through the ley lines. But can you do the same thing, like create clouds using underground?
No, what? No. What? Clouds under what? What do you say?
Release clouds, like the earthquake release the gas.
I mean,
I assume that's what he means.
Is that what you mean?
Well, okay, what I'm trying to figure out is you're saying rain. Well, how does the rain get from the ley lines? Because what I thought was happening was that you were going to use the ley lines to create an earthquake through them, like cause shaking, split, all that kind of stuff. But with rain, how would that work? How would you get the ley lines that are underground to produce rain in the sky, which is...
We're talking about like magic being pumped into me and I cast a spell?
Yeah, I thought that too.
When we start talking about the spell
Channeling
coming
it
from
through
the
the
ley
ley
line?
lines.
When did that happen?
So is it not that it's being pumped into him? It's that
Right. The power is
it's
being
being
pumped into him, but
channeled
it would
through.
amplify what he's doing. So it amplify through the ley lines.
Huh?
Huh?
So he's earthquaking the ley lines.
Is that what you're saying?
He can't just create rain, a very big amount of rain with all that magic being pumped into him.
Yeah, would my spell echo through the ley lines if I cast it? And that what? I'm confused.
I'm trying to imagine this because from what
Big magic go into Royce.
right, big magic going to
Big
Royce.
magic. Oh yeah,
Royce
Royce with
collects
all that
magic.
big magic.
Royce casts big spell.
Spell make water
Are,
everywhere.
I see. That's so. I think that's where
What was your magic?
the disconnect is that when you're getting all of that power, you're using the ley lines to amplify it, meaning that you're using the ley lines as a form of almost like a magnifying glass because it was sending the power out through those ley lines. Otherwise, how would you get the rain to go everywhere? It'd only be concentrated in the place that you're at.
Huh? Is he
Rain clouds
underground when he
move.
casts?
Wait, wait, yeah. Okay, let's. Okay,
Why
I
is it being
think I get
cast?
it.
Yeah, why is it
I
being
think
cast underground?
Because the ley lines are underground. They're underground, so it
Can't the magnifying glass go the other way and go in to him, and then he shoots it out through him using himself as an anchor instead of using the ley lines as an anchor?
no, because they're basically like a conduit. You're pushing that through it. You can't push it out through many layers of rock and then to unless you could. I mean, is that something that you're capable of doing? Is creating it?
Yes, actually, yeah. The method I've been trying, it's a quake that spews pathogens up, and it could just stop at a quake that spews pathogens, or it can stop at a quake that spews the concentration that creates clouds to make pathogens. So create a quake big enough that spews the concentrated essence that goes into the sky to make the clouds.
So you're wanting something very big. We're talking like enough to crack open the earth completely enough where you can make clouds above rain down.
Might as well just blow up the the continent.
Is that really something where we would need to go? Do you think it's at that point where we need to blow up the entire
You
continent?
tell me.
You'd-
You told me we have 2 days before the world ends, and now you're scared to blow up a continent.
I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about blowing up a continent. Yes, and it seems like you're very enthused.
But you're asking me, hey man, I need you to cover hundreds of square miles in 2 days. Figure it out.
But also, do you think we need to do that?
Apparently we do, man. I don't know. This guy's weird lines he doesn't want to cross.
It's just, it's a lot. We're doing a lot. We're destroying a lot of things here. It's going to be
You options. You choose where your morals lie. Okay. We can salt the earth, glass the half of the planet for all I care. What do you want to do?
Can you come up with a game plan to do this?
You know the ley lines.
I do. What we'll have to get you there. We'll have to get you there. We'll have to get you there. That's the main part. Is just getting you there because where they converge to the main part and hook you up. It sounds so simple and it's sad that it's so simple.
Also, by the way, you wanted us to get this anchor. You don't know what the anchor is. You don't know what the anchor is. You just wanted us to go hunt for it. You don't know what the anchor
Did
is.
he just say it's sad how simple it is?
It is. It's sad how simple it is to destroy an entire continent. Yes.
You ever felt a prick of a needle after?
Ever heard the sound of a rubber ball breaking a window?
I'm out of here. You think about that. I got things to work on.
These books still aren't touched.
I'm sure he's gotten up and read a book. Maybe.
Zion takes a book. What book did Zion just take?
Did you actually take a book?
I took a book.
Like actually took a book?
I took a book.
All right. I need you to make a roll for me. All right. Thank you.
What book did I just take?
You look at the book, and as you do, it slowly starts to disappear in your hands.
I hate this world, Royce.
I know, man. I do so much. That's why I'm not too bothered by, blowing up a continent.
It just fell in my pocket.
All right. Well, what are your plans now?
I've never had a plan.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just following your lead, giving advice where I can.
Okay. Well, I was about to head back to the house. I have a side project I want to work on.
You have a side project?
Yeah.
What does it involve?
I mean, one was the quake. I gave big promises, but haven't actually, done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one, I'll tell you about it later.
Grand. Yeah, I'm surprised I was even able to cast my shadow magic there, since my shadow's been quivering in this place.
You see a small baby hand. Father.
What is? Why am I here?
I mean, you wanted a child.
Oh my gosh. Zyme will raise the first corrupted baby.
Baron.
All right. I need you to make a roll for me.
Who? Baron!
Baron.
Baron!
You don't hear anything.
Honey, I'm home. Baron! How many coins do you want to bet that he's dead?
Baron.
Baron! Baron!
You walk in and you see him passed out on the floor. He's cuddling some sort of potion bottle. Looks like it's half drank.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drag him out.
All right.
You know
Here.
I'm awake.
Where are you dragging him to?
Just to his bed.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes, now I can finally eat that arm.
Let me do that. My goodness.
Do you want this kitchen pot for your home?
Not from here. Seen the state of this place?
Sadly. Why? What do you think happened with that potion?
I don't know. Either something happened with his research and stuff I gave him, or he just gave up and Took a sleeping potion. I don't know. I'm not really worried about it right now. If you want to go,
I feel like it does matter.
fine.
And everything that I did before we came here.
Why can't you be like the devil on my shoulder instead of the angel sometimes, man?
I,
Maybe this is devil.
I try to be reasonable.
Oh no, it's a linear world. Either or.
But it's not.
I wish it was. All right. What is this? He was cuddling a bottle.
Mm-hmm. He was apparently cuddling it.
I'm cast clear minded on him.
All right. That's what you actually do.
Yeah.
All right. He groggily kind of opens his eyes for a minute, says something about belly rings, and then rolls back over it.
Okay, yeah. How's your reasonability now?
I'm interested in what a belly ring is.
You can wake him up and ask him. I mean, you have that pick-me-up potion. Shove it in his mouth.
I'm sure this guy covered. I'm sure he has a reason why he's sleeping.
All right, first things first. Go on.
You notice that the creatures aren't backing away from you anymore.
I feel that's weird.
In fact, they're just standing there watching you both.
I'm like watching the orbs orbit around each other. Nice.
Is his pokey stick somewhere?
His focus stick?
Yeah.
He might have been I don't think it looks like it could have been in him, like in his inventory, but I'll look around.
Maybe it's collapsible and it's in his pocket.
Very collapsible. It's a hairpin. Zion looks around for his pokey stick.
Zion does not find his pokey stick.
Gonna rifle through this guy's pockets for the pokey stick.
All right. Tell me how you're doing this. You see 3 bags on him.
Take the bags off his person.
Mm-hmm. They're very small bags.
Oh. You know what? No, I'm not bothered by that. All right, gonna just take a candle stand.
What do you want to do? Take a meat chunk off?
I mean, then I just want to. Can you?
I mean,
yeah, the one that's dead
Wasted
here.
effort.
Just give me a chunk of him.
Okay. How's Zion's shadow right now?
In full force as much as it's been.
Okay.
The creatures are, however, just watching you intently. They're not making any noises, just watching you.
Okay, Zion's gonna take old Spoonie.
Wait, before we do that, what's the state of the corpse right now?
The one on the floor?
Yeah, the one on the floor.
It's a little rotted.
Okay.
It seems to be decaying faster than normal, I guess you would say. Yeah.
No, I got you. All right, Zion, go ahead.
Zion takes old Spoonie and tries to scrape a bit of meat off and take it out.
All right. So as you do, the one closest to you kicks it away.
Wasted
What does that mean?
effort.
It doesn't
Kicks
seem
it
to.
away where?
It just kicks it away, like you reach your shovel out to get a sample, and it just kicks the shovel away, so you can't do it.
Zion attempts to teleport the corpse out.
Is that something you can actually do? Can you target the corpse?
My corpse. Our corpse. Okay, well, I just ran out of time. Oh, my corpse. Hands to me. Corpse. Mine.
Easy.
We made
I
that
attempt
so
to do
broken,
that. I don't know if I actually do that.
so brokenly overpowered. Hold on.
It's a corpse.
It's a corpse.
I know, but it's
It's
just
a corpse. This is the only time it can be useful ever. Maybe if Royce is dead on the other side of a bridge, I can't. I just resurrect him.
all right. You are able to get the corpse out. However, the creatures now are very close to the.
I'll tell you why they call me the Rattler. With old Spoonie.
Nothing here.
All right. So, you ever heard of the word vaccine? By the way, Sam.
I hear you yell it every time you stab me.
True.
Vaccine!
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna try to do now.
Clear!
Right. That's why I need the corpse, because if this thing's decaying, that means something is eating the corpse, and that means that's something.
Are you just trying to cleanse
like-
it?
Hmm?
I mean, if you're just trying to preserve the corpse, then why don't you just put
No,
in
no,
a...
I need whatever is eating the corpse. I'm not trying to preserve it. I'm glad it's decaying. That's a good thing.
you want the thing that's eating it so you can replicate it.
Right.
That's smart. That's smart. I like that. Yeah, because I was thinking like there's only one, because a corpse isn't just going to decay by itself. It needs a. That's why we put it in ice to preserve a corpse. If our client needs, sometimes the client wants the corpse.
Yeah, and I needed one specifically that I introduced the pathogen, my pathogen to. So this guy
Alright.
makes a good. This guy makes a good. Okay, so if you can grab me a little bit of them,
Yeah, sure, man.
we gotta teach the body to see something as a threat before it actually becomes a threat.
Yeah, Zion takes some thigh.
Succulent.
He shovels it up, plops it on the the table. Yeah, like just get this arm out of the way. Might I say you look delectable today, Mr. Arm?
All right, I'm gonna start experimenting with the flesh and the decayed bits of the thigh meat. Basically, what I'm doing is I am trying to. I'm just mixing it with different bases. I'll start with some just boiled water, some alcohol. Same thing I did before. What I'm trying to do is, I guess I can add a. You got any pepper around here? Some like something, a natural irritant. Pepper would do.
You see a very rummage through kitchen.
Great. Fantastic. Let's not worry about that right now then.
Lots of pumpkins, though.
Of course. Mix. Alright, so with corrupt it infects the host, likely binds to the host's natural magic, I think. Attunes to them. Or maybe it's just every person's different, so every person has a different responding to different pathogens. It's not magical. It's on a micro level. It's an organism, so that's a good thing. I have the sample, and I'm going to experiment with the different bases and trying to find if. Oh, high school biology class, please. Trying to find a non-magical. What's the word? Trying to find what makes this thing a non-magical carrier, like the whatever. Trying to find whatever's eating it. Like if it eats it, then it's great. Now I gotta Google words. How you doing, Habits?
Great. I mean, I'm here. I'm enjoying this, to be honest with you.
I'm glad you are. All right.
I really like watching your gears really grind. I mean, turn. That's what I meant. Yeah, turn. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here tomorrow.
I just came back to you're not gonna be here tomorrow. I understand. So, what's happened?
Nothing.
You haven't done anything?
Yeah, I'm started down a path where if I was really, a genius doctor, I know exactly what to do. But
I mean, you are. You are a genius doctor, so just make it up. It's fine.
it's hard for me to do that. You know that.
I'm a genius assassin, so I'm just gonna make things up.
Yeah.
Yes, Zion.
brain doesn't work that
Zion
way,
already.
man.
Zion already assasssassinated that guy. Don't worry about it. He's very skilled. He already did it.
And how did you do
How did he
this?
do it? Oh, yesterday, when Royce we were doing that whole section with that. Royce,
Yeah.
Zion went over there and put a few holes in someone.
I mean, that technically
Easily dispatched them.
would assassinate them. All right. What'd you do with the body?
I put it away.
All right. And where'd you put it?
Out of sight. Even from
Okay.
the DM.
Couldn't see it. Got it.
You see, man, it's very easy.
All right. Now I want you to
Just
roll
make
for
things
that.
up. No, I already rolled for it. I'm that skilled. It's
Oh,
already happened.
man. I already know what you got, too, because I've seen your rolls.
They're very sporadic, and I was lucky.
Maybe
lucky, wasn't it?
maybe a 3.
Maybe a 300.
No, that's
I think.
no.
I think I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. All right, Eman, tell me what have you fabricated?
Okay. Yeah. I did it. Look.
And what were you trying to do? What was your intention behind this?
Amazing.
I'm making a pathogen that halts the progression. No, do I even care? Like, if they're already infected, do I care about them at that point? Or do I just want to stop the people from getting infected? What is time? Okay. Yeah, let's just do that then. Okay, to say, one contributes to the other. So let's do if they're infected, it halts progression, and we need to work on because they say they mentally go crazy. So we need to work on restoring mental clarity, and of course the full transformation, which that's given. We haven't had any contact with people who are partially corrupted, and I don't think that's something we can gain access to. So it's not where. Well, we could have no. Then we have to identify what makes them go crazy. I mean, there's so many questions, and I'm pretty sure no one has the answers to them. So I have to go off assumptions, which I hate doing. You know what? I'm sure he has. Sure, he knows things. All right. One of these pick-me-up potions is going in your mouth, sir. So I put him on. I sit him up, over his mouth, and pour, massaging his throat, making him swallow.
All right. He bolts straight up and starts screaming at the top of his lungs. He's just constantly screaming, looking around. He sees you. He continues screaming.
All right.
His voice is just going, ah!
I'm gonna bring him pumpkin and a cup of water. Set them on this chest here. Then I'm gonna leave him there for a bit. Then do his thing.
You see him scarf down the pumpkin and drink the water.
Okay. I'll be in the lab. Whenever you feel like it.
All right, after a few minutes, you hear, oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Yep. See you guys 2 days.
Increases. Hey man, you wanna hit up maybe some the new RuneScape game?
Yeah, I was gonna play some of my scheduled watch.
I've seen
Let's
that. I haven't
Hey.
seen any footage of it though.
Hey, Tim. I was about to say some things, but I'm not.
Sam, you won't.
Habits has a PG audience. That game has helped me with this RP. I'll say that. The things I'm doing right now is a thing. That game has helped me a lot.
That's great.
All right, Baron. You right?
Yeah, I'm just tired. But that that potion, man, it really did something to me. I don't know. I feel alert but tired at the same time. It's a great feeling. So, what you need?
How much do you know about the partially infected?
Everything.
We haven't turned yet. How convenient. Oh boy. Okay. So, how long? Like, is it? What are the first symptoms you see from these people?
From the corrupted?
Yep.
Are you talking about when they went crazy?
Is that the first thing people notice about the corrupted? There's no skin lesions. There's just straight up their mental
Craze.
declines.
Well, I don't like. Are you talking about when they first get corrupted, or when they went mad, or when what are you referring?
When you know they're corrupted, like when you know a person's corrupted, what's the telltale sign?
No magic.
They can't cast magic.
They can't cast magic. They pretty much absorb everything.
Okay.
In fact, magic items can actually increase how strong they are. It's pretty crazy. Some of them have been known to get incredibly strong that way.
So. Okay.
Baron nods at Royce and then nods at Zion.
Zyme nods back.
Okay, so when did they start acting crazy? When does that happen? After how long between the absorb magic and them going crazy?
Oh, that had never been a thing. That's a recent development. So the past,
Oh,
I want to
okay,
say
gotcha.
week, they started going crazy. Maybe.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, nothing. No ties to me. I won't say that. I won't say that. You know, no ties to me.
It's actually quite strange because they had been fine for a very, very long time. Like we're talking
Give
You
me a
like
don't say.
Give me a
You don't
Give me a
say.
minute. I'm coming.
very.
There you go, man. There you go.
Zyme broods in the corner. Zyme attempts to enter the shadow weave.
Didn't your personality change at some point because of the? Never mind. The dagger.
Zyme enters the shadow weave. Attempts.
It's not there. It's like it's not even a.
All right. Are any of the realms there?
No, all your realms are gone. It's
Oh,
like they're.
God.
It's like just an emptiness now. Whenever you try to.
How bad is my shadow magic?
Are you attempting to use your shadow magic?
Yeah.
It seems like your shadow magic is fine. You notice that your shadow guy is the shadow power coming from him is going to Zion, and Zion is able to cast all of his spells. In fact, he feels better than he's ever felt. It's almost like he's starting to feel like his former self before the dagger happened. He doesn't think the dagger is his anymore. He recognizes that it was plaguing his mind and corrupting him.
Yeah.
All the negative effects are pretty much gone. You don't even feel that drain that you had when you were doing all the necrotic stuff. You feel really good, actually. Like better than you felt in years.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yeah.
When I approach the cage, what do these creatures do?
They just stare at you. They haven't moved. They're
All right,
definitely acting different than they were.
so how did your research get on yesterday, Baron? Yesterday.
Really well, I think. I was able to do some experiments with potions and water. I found out that watering them down probably not the best of things to do.
What?
Watering down potions. I heard that's the best thing you can do.
Really?
You didn't know that before?
I meant with the little creatures. They don't seem to respond as well to it. They only respond really well to the full potions.
Oh my gosh, I hate this guy. It's not needed. This is not needed. This guy's not needed.
We hear the ground shake, feel the ground shake. It's just me. I need do something
What
physical.
happens when the ground ruptures beneath me?
Don't worry about it, man.
What do you mean that don't work? What if I fall into a hole?
Don't worry about it, man.
How can I still hear you?
We have that sort of connection.
Zion attempts to enter Royce's shadow.
You can't. It's no longer there.
Do I not feel that connection anymore with
You don't
Royce?
you don't feel anything. Like all of that is completely gone.
That means I no longer feels.
That's so you so what it is that you still feel the connection. You just don't have a shadow representation of that connection.
Okay. So, okay.
Zion realizes that it was the friends that we made along the way instead of the shadows.
I
Yeah.
was about to kill. Never mind. Royce is doing things.
Yes, I'm here. I'm actually here with him.
I'm here with you too, Royce.
Thanks,
The
man.
spirit. Because we're good friends.
Let's see if I change my magics. Maybe the magics we concentrated through the other magics. Let's try a different one. Okay. Let's try something else. Maybe my magics, and I do the same thing I did to them. I make it explode in a vicious cycle while casting the quake. And it's still on cooldown. Pretend it wasn't on cooldown.
Do you hear that? It sounds like a
Oh,
main
yeah.
character monologuing.
That really hurt.
All right. So as you're progressing, you are making headway in this direction. You can tell that there is a potential to do exactly what you're trying to do, to create an earthquake with these pathogens. You're not sure how to do it, but you are progressing. So you're not sure how to do it at this point in time, but you are progressing in it, and you know it is fully possible.
Maybe if I do the full macho on it, I'm unstable now. Then I make myself explode. Then I cast the quake. Because I want it to be more similar to an earthquake. This makes cracks in the ground and things spew up. Fire, not so much.
You successfully do what you are wanting to do, apparently.
Sorry.
Good, great. Two. I think it's that one, right?
Like,
Sure.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
left. So he just gives a free book? That's cool. When's mine?
I mean,
Zion
Five
starts
minutes,
stabbing the
20
walls. Yes. Yes, maybe if I combine the stabs.
yeah, I think I got it this time.
I think I got it. Arm! I think something cool just happened over there. I wasn't watching. This gas over though, that's pretty cool.
You successfully cast pathogenic earthquake. It is highly successful.
Wait, did he roll something?
He did, yeah.
Did he roll?
He did roll, yeah. Yeah. He got a good roll.
What was it?
It was a 17.
Nah, it could have been better.
Alright, got that out of my system.
What did Zyme hear out there?
Don't go don't go too far in front of the house. So
I heard a lot of things.
There's definitely a
I
pathogenic
heard
fog out there.
more than just your normal amount of quaking.
yeah, I did good, man. There's a lot of quakes.
You seem very happy with your quakes.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Are you not happy with my quakes?
Oh, you're my little cupquake.
Little PogChamp.
Oh my god. I've always wanted to be someone's little PogChamp. Oh, this is great. I'm gonna explode myself.
Don't do that.
Don't
Not
do
yet.
that. Don't stop talking like that. Stop talking like that. Go start playing with the arm.
Okay.
There's someone that wants to meet you, Royce.
Nice firm handshake you got there. It's very rigid for some reason. Don't move. This guy's dinner. Don't do that.
Oh, that's our dinner. This is our Easter dinner.
And I cast amputate.
All right.
Yeah, I never tried reattaching things. I always kind of separated. Never tried just reattaching. Never saw the need.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't try to reattach anything. I amputate. Or something back on.
Okay. I'll stand right next to that.
Yes, let's mix blood. Yes, the corrupted. Yes, I am the corrupted. Why is everything decaying?
You love it.
Fix it all.
All right. So what are you doing, Royce?
Gonna work on this vaccine thing. Oh, yeah, Hard to identify the the work on the pathogen. I already identified a lot of things about it, so that works. All right, so I already have a way to kill and weaken the little fellows inside of things. I already know what makes them multiply. Now I just need to work on a way to make a pathogen that I can introduce to somebody. I guess pathogen is the wrong word because I have that's negative thoughts to it. Make a microorganism that can live inside of a host and is dormant until the corrupted pathogen or microorganisms are introduced to the system, and then it activates and actively attacks, but otherwise leaves the host unaware this is happening. Ideally,
All right.
if it makes them a little sick, for a couple of weeks, like that's fine. But ideally, I would want it to like the host completely unaware that this fight inside of them is happening.
And this is to everything, or just non-corrupted, or corrupted, or
The harder thing would be to cure things that are already actively being corrupted. So right now, I'm just working on for people who don't have the corrupted inside of them.
okay. So basically, a delay mechanism in the non-corrupted, where they'll potentially have it, but not know that they have it. Got it.
I mean, they can know that they have this vaccine inside of them. That's not the issue. Just the issue is whether they know the fight is happening, which means if they get sick for a few weeks because their immune system is actively fighting something that they're like, it's not actively fighting the common cold, it's now actively fighting the corruption, so they get the common cold more easily.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
So are you fighting the corruption, or are you fighting the pathogen?
I'm fighting the corruption.
Gotcha. Okay. And you're doing this non-magically.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
Standard making a vaccine.
All right.
Finding it, weakening it, making it, purifying it, testing it.
All right. I'm going to let you get a roll on this.
letting?
You're able to find a vaccine that cures, or that you think might prevent some people, but definitely not all people, because of how the corruption works. It seems like whenever someone's corrupted, it almost produces a new strain of corruption. And so you're trying to basically find something universal, as you did with the pathogen. And this would probably prevent some people from turning, but not all the people from turning at this point.
Okay. Do I know the common thing between these some people and not the other people?
It's so basically, it's to deal with their genetic code and how their immune system responds to the cure, and to the corrupted.
Okay, it's a step, right? Baron, what was Baron doing this whole time?
He has a candle, and he's been toasting bits of flesh.
Okay.
Yes. Did you find something new? I think I found something fairly interesting.
Go on, tell me about it.
It seems like this this piece of corrupted that I have, that I've been working on for quite a while, everything is completely dead. I think if we were to... Thank you. I think if we were to find some way to burn them at a very, very high degree of temperature. We're talking like extreme temperature.
I was thinking about just like unleashing lava.
Yeah, we brought this up to the
fire.
Magister, to just condemn the Mage Kingdom. This is too far gone.
No. We
Set it on
don't.
fire.
There's too many people for that. So what we need to do is, I was thinking maybe round them up, like maybe have something that's
Okay, so
very...
you're trying to be an idiot.
No. Magical. We basically have a very large magical source of thing. We get them all to collect in one area, and then we just kind of either drop them into like a very large, or have some sort of trap. Basically trap them. We just kind of attract them with a very large magical thing, and then dump them in, or burn them in some type of way. Maybe have several mages, maybe hundreds of mages, ready to just scorch them when they get in this certain place to eat this.
Why are you still talking?
What?
I'll bring it up to the Magister, okay? I'll bring it up.
Oh,
Large magical source, rounding them up, unleash fire.
thank you.
Understandable.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
It is.
What do you think about my idea? He seems to not like it. What about you?
I'll bring it up to the Magister.
Speak to the orbs. They're very powerful.
All right. I think we have to go. I think that's it. All right. I'm going to save it. Thank you, YouTube. We'll be back tomorrow. Same bad time.